Hello, my name is Brittany and welcome to Family Fridays Paint Night. A few words before we begin. Thank you for your continued interest and support for this workshop. You can expect a new video every third Friday of the month for the foreseeable future until we can resume classes in person at the Art and Spirituality Center. Speaking of which, there are other classes being held virtually if you are interested in taking any of those. I'll leave a link to our virtual calendar in the description box below. As a reminder, my class was made to promote bonding between family and friends. You do not need to be an artist to enjoy art. My art isn't perfect, so don't think yours needs to be either. To all those participating in this activity, I want you to try your best and don't worry about the outcome. My hope is for you to let go, get lost in the artistic process, and forget about what's currently happening in the world, even just for a little bit. One last thing before we begin. Feel free to pause, rewind, fast forward, mute, or do anything you need in order to follow along with this video. I normally take over 3 hours to complete a painting, even though my class runs about 2.5 hours. For the sake of time and to make a short video, the clips you see of me painting are sped up significantly. Please, by all means, relax and take your time. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Here is what we will be painting for May of 2021. Disclaimer, this is not my original artwork as I found it somewhere on the internet. I do not take credit for this concept and I wish I could find the original artist to give credit. Think of this as a study of the original artwork. Here we have an arrangement of cacti in different shapes, sizes, and colors in front of a black background. Feel free to take artistic control, change the colors, make additions or adjustments, or change it up completely. The choice is yours. Alright, let's talk about paint. We'll be using acrylic paint for this activity. You can use the fancier, more expensive paints if you want to. For this project, I'll be using paints you can find at your local craft store or even Walmart that are less than $1. We'll need a few colors: pink, red, orange, yellow, lime green, green, blue, sky blue, white, and black. We'll need a few brushes today: a large flat brush, medium flat brush, a small round brush, and a thin detail brush. Some other optional materials: some kind of white drawing instrument such as a white acrylic paint pen, white colored pencil, or white chalk, or you can also use just a regular old pencil. Some other materials we will need: something to put under the canvas or canvas board such as a tablecloth or newspaper. You can also use a mat board like this one I've used several times. Of course, you'll need something to paint on. I personally will be using a canvas board, 12 by 16 specifically. You can also use an actual canvas of any size too. Then we have our paints. You'll need a plate to put the paint on. You can also use a palette if you have one. A water cup to clean your paintbrushes. And lastly, a paper towel or an old towel. I actually have a new towel here that I will use for the remainder of 2021. Okay, order of operations, how this painting will go. First, we're going to start with the background, painting it a completely solid black. Then we will draw the two middle cacti, the little one and the medium one with the flowers on top. Next, we'll do the cactus on the right and the three-tiered one on the left, followed by the cacti that are in the back on the left and right side. Then we will paint the cactus in the background first, and then the ones in the middle, then the ones on the right and the left. Then we will paint all of the flowers starting from the top and then these middle ones. Next we will do the little needles on the cactus in the background, and then all the little spiky ones on the cacti on the left and the right side. Then we will do all of these little dots in white and green on the cacti on the left and right, and on the ones in the middle. Alright, so let us begin. First, I am going to pour out some black paint and paint the entire canvas black. First, I am going to paint the edges or the corners of my canvas. That's just a personal little touch that I like to do. You don't have to if you don't want to. But first, I'm going to paint all of this and then let it dry before we begin drawing. Okay, so off camera, I already went ahead and drew all this out, but you can't see it too well, so I'm going to go ahead and draw it out for you. So first I'm going to start with my little cactus right here. It's just a little bit off center to the right. I'm basically just going to make some curved lines a little less, stopping a little less than halfway of the page, and then do a little circle on top. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to paint the flower right over that. And then next I'm going to do the one that's peeking out right behind it. It kind of looks like a mother and child to me. So the one that's in the back is just going to be a little bit more tall and slanted a little bit to the left. Now I am going to work on the one on the right. So that circle is just splitting those two circles, and then I'm going to draw a line that's almost touching the first one that we drew, and then this one on the left, it just kind of looks like a snowman, to be honest. The top circle is higher than our middle cactus, and then just the round ones underneath. And then lastly are these two tall cactus in the back. This one, it just is kind of like a rounded mound, little rainbow shape. This one is kind of slanting to the left. And then this one, the same thing, a little angled to the right and not quite touching that other circle. Okay, and now the fun part, which is the painting. So now I'm going to pour out some of my regular green, which is my darker green, and some of that lime green, also some yellow, and I will be switching back and forth to my dark and light blue as well. But first I'm just going to do a nice little generous layer of the green. Just letting you know in advance that the cactus, these two in the back, and then I'm just going to call them the mother and child in the front and center, that will take up the most of your time. And while I was painting this, it gave me just a little bit of trouble just because I was trying to layer so many different colors while they were still wet. So if you're getting that problem where it becomes a little muddy and the colors just blend together, stop what you're doing, take a break, or you can do what I do and blow dry it to make the process go a little bit faster, and then just put a new layer on top. So what you see here, it does look a little weird, just trust the process. I definitely did with this one. I'm switching from my dark green to my lighter green to yellow and black and blue, just kind of blending it to get it a way that I like. The good thing about this is it's not super realistic. It's a little bit fun with all of these vibrant colors of the cactus and the little dots that we're going to do. So just have fun with this. This will take you probably the majority of your time. Everything else, all the little needles and the flowers and everything, will go a little bit faster. So take your time, enjoy the music, switch between colors if you want to. You can use different colors as well. Oh yeah, again, right here, I will be going back and forth with this, but these two cactus that are in the back, I tried to have it to where it was clear that they were behind the other ones, kind of just fading into the blackness actually. So as it gets down closer to where the two cactus meet at the bottom of the page, at the bottom of the canvas, I tried to just make it a little bit black. So you don't have to do that. You can make it completely solid if you want to, but just have fun. I'm just going back and forth with these colors. At this point in time, with the ones in the back, I wasn't too happy with them, but I wanted to let that paint dry, so I'm working on the two that are front and center, the mother and the child. So I am basically doing the same thing, I'm just adding in more blue instead of heavy on the green. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. The one that is the child, the one that is in the foreground, yes, foreground, background, in the foreground, I'm doing a little bit lighter, and the one in the back I'm doing a little bit darker. And right here I'm adding in some black again to give the illusion that that one is indeed behind the one in the front. So just have fun. You're going to see me, just like you are right now, going back and forth between all four of those cactus, depending on what color I have loaded on my brush. So just have fun, and I will catch up with you when we are ready to move on to the other ones. now we are ready to move on to the cacti that are on the right and left, and I love these ones just because the colors are different and they are more vibrant and just overall so colorful. I love this orange. So as you see, I'm starting off with the orange on the left side of these cacti. This is going to be for both of them. And then I'm fading into that lime green color, and then on the right, that darker green color. So right now, I'm just going to do a nice blend of both of those colors, all three of those colors, on both of the cacti. Just blending it how I like it, and you will see that I'm doing this one right now. Gonna let it dry, moving on to the other one, and then I'm gonna do a second layer on both of them. And when you paint color on a black background, sometimes it does get a little muted and it's not as vibrant. So you will need to do multiple layers, and that is what I did. So have fun with that. You can do different colors if you want to. You will see on the left one, the one that looks like the snowman, I'm going to add a little bit of that hot pink that I poured out. So that's fun. I was excited about that. So have fun, and I will see you when we are ready to do our desert flowers. All right, looking good, looking good. Trust the process. That's what I have learned when it comes to painting. So next we're going to do our little desert flowers that are on our cacti. The ones that are in the back, I'm going to paint a nice generous layer of red. I'm just doing a nice layer right now to see how big I want these flowers to be. And then the ones on the bottom, I will do the same thing in yellow. Okay, so by this time, these should be dry. So I'm going to go ahead and dip in with my hot pink with my medium flat brush. Mine I think is just a little bit curved, but it's all the same. So right now I'm just going to dip in, going back and forth with my red, my pink, and my white, and just doing little C shapes, and that's just going to give the look of different petals. So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing with the yellow, going back and forth between yellow, orange, and white. So just have fun with this. I didn't spend too much time. We actually did this technique on a past Family Friday video if anyone watched that. But yeah, just have fun. I love these flowers, so we're just doing a bunch of C shapes. Hello again. Believe it or not, we are almost done. I can't believe it. Now it's just the fun little needles and little dots. So with my detail brush, I got some watered down white paint just to make it a little bit more smooth. And I'm just doing like a basic star shape. So I'm doing like a little X right here. I'm just mapping out the placing. So I'm doing one curved line, making an X, and then one right in the middle. On the right cacti, I do put another line going up and down in the middle. That is completely up to you. But on the one on the left, I am doing 9 little needles, 3 rows of 3, and the same on this one, I believe. So yeah, have fun. And it's amazing how much this made a difference. The white really stands out against the black and all of the different greens and blues and the hot pink. I love it so much. I really had to trust the process here, and I'm really glad I did. It paid off right here. Alright, now we are going to move on to the cacti that are on the right and left side of the page. So I zoomed in so you could see what I'm doing. Same thing with my detail brush and watered down white paint. I'm basically just making little V shapes and an occasional little line in between. And I'm basically outlining everything that is round. So this is the circle part on top, and then I'm going to outline the body in these little needles, and then on the right side I will outline all of our little snowman shapes, all of the 3 circles. So yeah, this is what we're doing right now. We are just doing the last of our needles. Okay, now we are done with all of our needles on all of our cacti. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to adding our little dots on the cacti that are on our right and left side. Starting with this one, I'm using the end of one of my brushes and I'm dipping into the dark green, and I'm following the shape, the original shape of what we drew. So it's a little bit curved, and then as it gets to the middle, like this one, it gets a little more straighter, just to give the illusion that, again, it is curved. It's a little bit of a circle shape. So first I'm going in with my dark green, and then in between those dark green dots I will go in with white. And just like how I did here, you don't have to go all the way to the bottom of the cactus. You can stop midway. You can start from the bottom going up. It is completely up to you. You don't have to do these dots if you don't want to, but I'm just going off of what the reference photo had, and I liked it a lot. And it just gives it a little something something. I like it a lot. You can use different colors. You don't have to do this. It is completely up to you. But I'm just going to match that for the circle part on top, and then our little snowman shape one on the left side as well. last but not least are mama and baby cacti over here. So same thing, I'm actually going to go in with a mixture of like pink and white together for these dots. And after a while I switched over and just used the bristle end of my small round brush, or you can use your detail brush, doesn't matter. So right now I'm just basically switching between the whitish pink dots and then full on white. And you will see this row right here I didn't like, so I let that dry and then I painted over it with blue. You can always do that. There are no mistakes in painting, just happy accidents, as someone once said. So just have fun with this and we'll pretty much be done after this. Okay, at this point I was basically done, but I wanted to brighten up and add some lighter green colors to my cacti that are in the back, these ones right here. So I'm not being careful at all. I am painting over those white needles that we originally did, but my focus was just to make this a little bit brighter and lighter. So I went ahead and did some last minute adjustments, and then I did go over them again with white and my detail brush. And then that is pretty much it. And that is it, my friends. Good job if you made it this far and completed the painting. I'm happy with my finished product and I hope you are with yours too. If your painting looks different from mine, that is totally fine. As you know, I miss everyone and I really wish I were with my family Friday class painting alongside them. I'm also happy to know that more people have had the chance and opportunity to do art safely at home and on their own time. I hope these videos bring you joy and you were able to relax and not worry about the current events of the world, even just for a little bit. Please stay safe, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time.